26 and we keep on driving. We just do what we wanna do. Yeah.
Hey friends, welcome back to Whiskey and Wit. I'm Whitney, and today's video we are outside in my yard because we are doing some outdoor fire pit s'mores inspired Dollar Tree DIYs, so stay tuned. So this summer obviously has been a little unconventional, a little unusual than what Alex and I have been used to, but especially with the little one, we've been trying to figure out ways that we can have some time to ourselves. So we came out here in early June to our fire pit. If you can see, our house is back there. So we kind of have this nice secluded space back here, which is super nice. Alex built a super nice fire pit. But the kicker was we had literally nothing but these plastic Adirondack chairs, and so we had nowhere to put our drinks, we had nowhere to put our snacks. So today I've got 4 different projects for you to kind of spruce up your fire pit area, especially heading into the fall, so you can stay home and really just enjoy the great outdoors with a little bit of style. So let's get started. Up first is this side table, and it is perfect for drinks or snacks or citronella candles, pretty much anything you need, and it is the perfect height for the chairs we already had. So I grabbed 2 of these trash cans, but I loved that it had the woven pattern on it. It looked like wicker furniture, and so I was like, I will paint this white and it will work for what I need. So I went through with some spray paint with a primer built in and sprayed over the top of them, and it covered those kind of bright colors really easily. Then I took some of this just yarn and started making some tassels to add to the top of the table. So I wrapped it around my hand 50 times. That usually gives me a nice full, anywhere between 40 and 50, 55, gives me a nice full tassel. Then I took a smaller piece and tied the grouping together, and that will give you the piece that you're going to hang your tassel from. Once you do that, grab one more piece and tie it around the top, which will give you that gathered look that you're going for with a tassel. And then you just cut the bottom pieces, the little loops apart, and then I give my tassels a little haircut so everything is kind of even and straight cut there. And I made 6 of those to go on my table. Then I grabbed these Gorilla hot glue gun sticks from Walmart just so that they held together better than the cheap ones from the Dollar Tree that I usually use. So I put a ton of that on the bottom of one and stuck my top one there. And I'm really impressed with how the Gorilla glue sticks have held everything together so far. Once that was together, then I started working on the top of the table. So I took some Dollar Tree nautical rope. I ended up using a little over 2 packs for this, and I just took that rope and wrapped it around the top until I covered the whole pizza pan. Now, right before I got to the edge, I wanted to hook down my tassels and kind of hide the edges. So I started wrapping that final row and tucked the tails of the tassels underneath and made sure it was all glued down. So then that way the edges of those tassel strings weren't visible. Once I got everything where I needed it to go, I cut off all of the slack, and then I added some glue to the top of my base, and then I glued down my completed pizza pan. Just to finish off the center, because it looked kind of blah, I used just a little bit of jute twine. I wrapped that around a couple times and added my final tassel to the center. I really like that I was able to get the white wicker woven look from Dollar Tree items, and also I'm really liking this boho vibe with the white kind of tassels and the wrapped around nautical rope on the top. So I'm really happy with this. It will fit 2 drinks and a snack perfectly, and I'm excited to try this on our next date night. Up next is this lightning bug inspired light. Now I found these ball mason jars at the Dollar Tree in a recent haul, and I loved that the top wasn't a traditional canning lid, that it was just a twist on lid. So I took it, and I wasn't really feeling the silver. I just took some black matte spray paint and covered the top, and I thought this would go better with the copper wire lights as well. These were in the floral section at Dollar Tree with the fall florals.
I stuck the battery pack all the way down in the bottom so it was kind of hidden, and then I tucked in the lights. Now these little fairy lights I really like because it gives the illusion that you have some lightning bugs in your jar, which is very summer, very bonfire to me. And it gives a pretty good glow, so it gives you just enough that you can kind of see what's going on around the fire, but it's not gonna be too bright and attract a bunch of bugs, which I also love because I'm not a bug fan. This next one is the easiest one in the entire video, and it's this really cute fire pit sign. I designed this SVG in Canva per usual, so I will link it down below so you can download it if you want to. I just added it to the sign and voila! I think this is super cute, especially if you have folks over and you don't have stuff on the table right away. It kind of gives you a little bit of decor, but it's really easy to take off, and for $1 it's super cheap, so if it happens to fall or get icky, it's no big deal. And finally, this is my favorite thing that I made for this whole video, and it's this Smores Station box. It is the perfect size just to have some grab and go items, so then you don't have to have your bag of marshmallows and everything everywhere. So this started with these Hooray canvas signs. When I see these, I grab them. There's been a couple waves at the Dollar Tree of these, and the reason I do that is because the inside is so great. It is a really good base to create boxes like this. I created one back with some summer flowers, and I've got a fall DIY coming up with these as well. So the first step is to take something. I use a flathead screwdriver. You could use a paint key, a key, a bunch of different things, and popped up the staples. Then I just used some pliers to pull the staples out the rest of the way. So then that way you can reveal the kind of inner workings of the sign. So you want to get rid of the canvas and pull out this, because this is what you want. So I wanted to paint mine to look kind of like wood. So I started with this khaki paint, and I went through and painted all of the edges. And then I also wanted to make sure to paint the top of the one that was going to sit on top. Really, that's the only thing that you're going to see. So that's the only top edge that you need to cover. And I did 2 coats of this khaki, and then I let it dry. Once that dried, I took some nutmeg brown paint, a Dollar Tree paintbrush, and kind of dabbed off the excess and dry brushed on the top. I did this technique on my ceiling fans to give it that wood look, and so I thought it could work here, and I was really happy with how it turned out. You want to make sure that you kind of fill out the areas, but don't put too much onto the paintbrush so that you get globs everywhere. So I just went through, used that dry brush technique, and covered everywhere that I covered with that khaki paint. Then it was time to assemble. I just went ahead and used those Gorilla Glue sticks again so everything sticks together. My final step was to add these handles. They are decorative. I wouldn't really hold the container by it. And then also you can add to the bottom some just little popsicle sticks to have the box be an actual functioning box. I was using it more as decor, so I didn't really worry that it wasn't functional, but to fix that, you could definitely put some underneath. Then I just created this decal from my Cricut. Now I have a way in a previous video on how you can do this if you don't have a Cricut, so I will link that down below on how to put this design on the box. But it is so simple to put together. This is so fun for adults and kids alike to come, grab the ingredients, make their s'mores, and enjoy being outside and being together.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video gave you some ideas to spruce up your outdoor space. Hopefully our next project will be tackling behind our house up there to create kind of a patio situation. We've spent so much time inside the house, so I'm ready to do some more outdoors here, especially as you get into August, September, October, when it is still awesome to be outside. I love fall weather, so I cannot wait for that. Give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying the outdoor DIYs. I've never done anything like this, but I thought I was gonna make these things anyway, so I might as well share them with you. Also, be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss a future Whiskey and Whit video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!
I'm driving, you're smiling, just really doing nothing. That's the thing I like about you. On the highway, it's our way, Route 66, and we keep on driving. We just do what we wanna do, yeah.